Candy, and today we're going to be talking about camping. Now, I'm going on a camping trip on the USS Lexington. It's going to be a pretty fun camp out. Since I'm going on a camp out, I might as well go ahead and tell you what to bring. So I'm going to go ahead and explain the simple stuff and go on with the more complicated things. So the first thing I want to explain is the backpack. The backpack is where you pack all your stuff, and you might want to pack light. I bought this one at Walmart. Not that pricey. It wasn't cheap either. So if I were you, if you do get this backpack, I would pack light because this backpack is heavy. Okay, next we're going to talk about if you are in a situation where it's raining or camp out and stuff like that. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about rain weather. Oh gosh. We're going to talk about the rain weather. So if you have rain weather, even if you think you're going to have rain weather, like if this weatherman on the TV says, hey, it's a 99% chance we're going to have rain weather. So if I were you, even if he says it's like a 65% chance, I think you'd want to bring frog togs, which that's what I got. I got it from Gander Mountain. I think that was the last thing that we ever got at Gander Mountain, including a backpack inside of a water bottle. So next thing we're going to talk about is bug spray. Bug spray is, it keeps away bugs. And I would use it so you don't get bit by mosquitoes because those things are nasty. And this is an emergency blanket in the silver package. So this is for emergency blanket. This is for you and anyone that needs it. It's a blanket. It may look really, really small, but it's actually pretty warm. This is a chair right there. It's a camping chair, so you don't have to sit on the ground without a chair. So it's really uncomfortable. And this right here is our electrical lantern, our heavy-duty lantern, and it's really bright. So I wouldn't really want to turn it on right now because it would make the entire camera extremely bright. So if you do have one of these lanterns, make sure you have your batteries in it, or if you don't, or if you haven't used it in a little while, turn it on, make sure it works, and make sure it's bright. So, and this is right here. Believe it or not, it's a camping stove. It may look extremely little, but when you put it together, it cooks really tremendously. These are some pots for camping. They're really, really they're really, really light, and they go together really, really simply, and they're really easy to carry around. And yeah, there's actually 2 bowls inside there and 2 spoons. So now we're going to talk about sleeping bags. Now, sleeping bags, if you hear that if it's going to be warm weather, you might want to bring a sleeping bag that is like this. I think this is like about 40 degrees, and it's actually for warm weather, since it's going to be mostly warm weather on the USS Lexington. But if you're going on a cold camp out, you might want to bring like a 0 degrees camping bag. It depends what it is. I personally already have a 0 degree sleeping bag, so yeah. So you might want to bring a different sleeping bag if it's a cold camp out. Now let's talk about this tarp. It goes to a tent, which I'm gonna explain just in a minute. But this is a tarp for throwing on the ground, just to make sure that your tent doesn't get wet inside. And this, since we talked about a tarp, this is a tent. So you might want to bring a tent. And if you are bringing a tent, you might want to bring, your tent says 3-person. So 3-person dome tent. If you're packing 2 people, then you might want to bring a 3-person. So if you're packing 4 people, then you might want to bring a 5-person. If you are, so you always want one more than you two, because it's going to be you, the other person, and your stuff. So your stuff counts as a person. And this is a mat right here. I'll show you it unfolded, but it's going to be in a different color. So this is a mat. I think it has thermal in it. I don't remember, but one of them has thermal in it, and it packs a pretty pretty good. I'm going to show you the mat inflated later. So, this is the pillow. It also can, this is just like a camping pillow, but if you really want to be fancy, then you can get one of these bags that, you can get one of these bags that makes it where the entire pillow loses all of its oxygen inside of it, and it's just really cool that it sucks out all the oxygen. It makes it look like the pillow just lost a whole bunch of weight. So, this is a flashlight, my emergency flashlight. Just in case if my dad's lantern runs out of battery, I have a flashlight. This is a Lucy lantern, I think that's what it's called. And it's really, really cool because you can inflate it, and then it uses solar power, so you don't have to use any batteries or anything like that. This is my pocket knife, and I will warn you that you have to get your whittling chip before you can use any type of pocket knife. I will teach you how to get your whittling chip in a different video. Okay, so this right here is a fire starter. It's just for emergencies, I meant, and that's if the fire won't start with a lighter, or someone ran out of lighter. You can get that fire starter and just start a fire. This is a compass, and I use this a whole bunch at Cubbo. Trust me, when you go to Cubbo, it's gonna be cold. Oh goodness. So but that'll be a different video. I'll teach you about the horrors of Cubbo on a different video. So this is a compass that you will get at Cubbo, but it's gonna look different. But we bought this one from Gander Mountain as well, right? So so this is rope, and it's going to, and rope, you can use rope for anything. Just don't kill people with it, seriously. It's not going to be that good. So, this is a head lantern. So, the head lantern, it works if you're like in the woods or in the dark and you can't see a thing. And it also has a flash mode, which it has a flash mode. And if you don't, and it also has red mode, so your night vision doesn't go off and you can still see the stars. So and I forgot to go over this. This is an emergency whistle on top of my backpack, so I can easily access it. You blow it 3 times as loud as you can, and that thing blows loud. It makes your ears ring. So yeah. And this is right here. This is my toiletries bag, and you hold your stuff like toilet paper or toothbrush, like a small toothbrush, not your normal size toothbrush. But if I were you, I'd bring Kleenexes if you want instead of toilet paper. And this over here is a aid bag, or an aid bag. So and it holds all the aid that you may need for medicine or poison ivy or cuts, or if you have to put a tourniquet on it or something like that. I'll teach you how to put a tourniquet on something in another video. So now, since I've gone over pretty much everything I have on my table, I think I may show you. But I'm sorry, but this has been the end of this video, and this is Cub Scout Andy, and thank you for watching my video. Watch the other videos that I've made about bobcats. I'm gonna make future videos, but until then, happy scouting.